All right, Shalom boys here. Well, here we're at it again. This information is just coming out more and more. And, as I see 2024 coming to pass, because, just time is just flying. But we see um, these layoffs that are taking place in the white collar sector. You just see the decimation of jobs, even in the white collar sector. And what's happening is that typically before you could stay at a company for 5, 10, 15 years and retire. That's no longer the case. That is no longer the case. And I saw what was taking place, and I didn't like the notion of being in a situation as to where I was one paycheck, if not two paychecks from the street. Now, I'm talking about me having a mortgage, a car note at that time, just living the American dream. But we're turning out that, the American dream is coming out to be an American nightmare. So everybody's being hit, but the people that are going to suffer the most are going to be the working poor. Okay. And so I was looking at this article of the downfall of the United States economy and all of the jobs that are being eliminated as a direct result of uh, the downfall of the economy. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to show you this uh, information, okay? Because it's very important for you to understand what's going on, okay? So look at all of these closings that are taking place. Now this is all in 2024. All of these companies are laying off. Look, Fire Records, all locations, Old Country Buffet, all locations. Remember, you used to go to Old Country Buffet, IHOP, 100 locations. Buffalo Wild considered the restaurant in there. Buffalo hang out in Paducah, Kentucky, but elsewhere, they get decimated. Applebee's, there's not much uh, uh, traction in at Applebee's. You don't see a lot of people in there. Red Lobster, Denny's. I never heard of this one. Pizza Hut, ain't no Pizza Hut no more. Outback Steakhouse, Sabaros, closing all 50 locations. Uh, Crab Boat Shack. Uh, Look at these places, Sabaros that are closing. Who do you think work at these locations? Who do you think are employed at these places? Um, uh, uh, not lower middle class people. It is the working poor that work at locations. The working poor are going to get stiff the most, and a lot of people don't understand how the working poor is defined. Okay, and people don't even know the definition of what it means to live below the poverty line. But there's information out there, and it's amazing how you can have people that are actively living below the poverty line, but on social media acting like they're not, acting like everything is fine. This is why I say over and over again, you better check people out because people can put on a front all day long. But when you look at the mannerisms of their lifestyle, I've said it over and over again. The most arrogant people that I know are that are poor. The most arrogant people I know that are people that are delusional because to accept the reality of your situation, it's very difficult. And this is why I say real skills, real assets, because when you're in this situation, when all these jobs, because what are these people going to do? What are these people going to do when these low slave wage jobs are no longer available? What's happening with all of these Dollar Generals closing? What's happening with all of these Walmart sections? They're going to uh, 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 automation, and you see robots sweeping the floors, and you see all types of automation taking place. Where are these people going to go to get jobs? They're not. It's amazing to look at these people that are doing van life now. And I've ran into a couple of people, especially women talking about, oh, I'm going to do van life. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like this is some type of new flex or something, to live in a van and to shit in a bucket, and to take your children. I saw a single mother talking about she live in a van life, and she's parking in a Walmart parking lot, and she goes in and she takes her child inside of the Walmart um a restroom to wash up and brush their teeth and everything. This is childhood neglect. This is childhood neglect. But this is what you see when it comes to the United States economy. You see all of these places closing. You see nobody pretty much no more being able to um, sustain themselves and sustain their families. And as a direct result of this, you're going to have a situation where we got back then we had Hooverville, and again, people don't know history, where people were living up in shanty towns and shacks and stuff because they couldn't afford to live in a place with running water. They couldn't afford basic necessities. Now, when you're living below the poverty line, it means that you don't have access to basic necessities, running water. You don't have access to basic medical care. You don't have access to basic hygienal facilities. This is what it means to live below the poverty line. But this is what you have going on. And all of these people that were working these jobs, what they're going to do now? What are they going to do now? Um, it's an unfortunate thing. The middle class is being wiped away, and you see on every strata and every level of society, you see rich and poor, you see free and bond. Look at the disparaging gap, even in the religious settings. You see the pastors getting richer and the congregations getting poor. You see the corporations. You see the salaries of corporations and CEOs. They're making millions of dollars, and the average employee is making scraps. You see, in politics, you see at every level. Politics, you see the average worker getting shafted and getting laid off, and their benefits getting cut by the politicians. They're making tons of money, tons of money. Whether it religious leaders, whether it is economic or political leaders, or whether it is business leadership, you see the gap between the rich and the poor. You see it coming to pass. It's clear as day now. It's undeniable. Um, Before it could be hid, but it can't be hid anymore. Prepare your house, because these jobs, they're going bye bye, bye bye. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Sad, isn't it?